What are the, like we said before, there's 4 things, and you have to start with number 1, public network or private network, right? So we look at public or private network, right? What are the attributes, the core attributes of a public network, which, effectively add value, right? So if you want and you require read-write access to all peers, right? If you do not have a use case for provisioning, right? If that's not a use case, in other words, anonymous users can use your system, right? Then Ethereum, right, or a public blockchain, I should say, is a better use case, right? Built into the framework for Ethereum is cryptocurrency, right? And literally, I go through, and this is the checklist that I use in my mind, is crypto, is that part of my use case, right? Because if it's not, then the entire Ethereum network is built on the concept of Ethereum. And it doesn't mean that you can't use Ethereum even for private networks, because you can create your own private Ethereum, right?
That's where I guess I got the bubble, is that you not created Ethereum.
And all of the use cases I go to, big business, they don't care about this, right? This is not anywhere on their radar. They could care less, right? So it was a total, participants decide who and how transactions are validated because of the permissioning. As I said before, when you hear the word chain code is synonymous with smart contract, okay? It's an automation of the business processes for efficiency, transparency, and increased trust, right? So does it mean that all of these attributes right here will all be absolutely tied to your implementation, right? Absolutely tied to your architecture. So to your point, if I create a blockchain, a Hyperledger blockchain, but I don't allow anyone to see it, then yeah, clearly I agree. There's no increased trust, right? There's no transparency there. Nothing has changed from a practical perspective. However, if it's designed so that the participants have access to the same chain code, we agree that we have a contract, and I'm going to sell X widgets for X price. That's in the contract. That contract runs on both of our peers, right? That's where the trust is increased. That's where the transparency comes in. That's kind of the point of that. Remove the middlemen. I don't need as many lawyers, right? If we both agree that this is the piece of code that's going to encapsulate our transaction, okay? Transparency, trust, and I can do that with side channels, right? Smart contracts are awesome, okay? There's a lot of people that would